There it is, guys. The Tesla Cybertruck. In the white colorway. Look, it matches that house behind me. Or behind it. And now it sounds like a spaceship. We're going on the record that Barry is 90 seconds late. He's a pilot, so this will affect his on-time percentage.
We didn't even start the day yet.
I know, dude. We're off to a bad start right now, bud. All right, we're actually heading out to San Angelo for the RC Pro Series race, and we are taking the Cybertruck. All right, so the first challenge of the trip is to get all our RC stuff in there. I have 2 OGOs, my bag. I have my tire bag, my like sleeping stuff, overnight stuff. We got chairs. So there's a lot of room in here, but I don't want to put anything dirty inside the truck because the truck is brand new. I got to show Barry our the stickers for this race. I'll show you guys too. I'll let Barry do the honors. Check these out.
Oh yeah.
We did your colors since you're driving this race.
Perfect.
Check those out. Those are sick. All right, Barry's first flex of the weekend. He said, "Hold on, let me lower the truck." And he went inside and the back end lowered. We didn't even need it. He really did that just strictly for flex reasons.
Entry mode.
Entry mode. All right. We're going to see how this works. I was ordered to put my stuff in the frunk. How do you open this thing? Oh, it's just opening on its own. Ooh, Cybertruck. Bam. Oh, it's closing on its own. Should I put my finger in the side here? See what happens? All right, we got it all in there. At least we think we do. Ooh, the automatic tonneau cover.
All right, radio, batteries, charger, fit mat.
I think I have all those. Oh, and then we can see, you can see in the back here where all of Barry's stuff is. And then Barry hooked it up. He has a Gatorade, a water for me already. Phones are in there. We're about to be on our way. It's gonna be awesome. All right, we're in the Cybertruck. Now I gotta think this is the AC thing. Oh wait, this maybe? Okay. And then, whoa, wait, why did that do it just for me? Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out. I promise, guys. So, I'm trying to figure this out. We'll get there. This is cool though. You can see how you can do the vents. You can split it up. All right, so we're coming up on our first stop in 11 minutes, and we'll have, it appears to have 25% charge when we stop there. Now, I'll say, although we are having to stop to charge, I'm hungry and we would have to stop anyways, so because it's about lunchtime. And so far, it's been fun. I think the coolest thing is he was telling me that he's going to be able to keep his AC on while we're charging, so all the stuff in the truck will stay nice and climate controlled, but we're 10 minutes away. Are you about to gangster park this thing? Oh, no, you're parking it normal. That was weird. I was expecting like the transmission shift. It just started going forward again.
So it puts it into drive and reverse automatically based on what it's sensing.
Really?
Yeah. And then if I take my seatbelt off,
puts it in park. Oh, that's really cool. So he puts it in dog mode. That way if you have your dog in here, they don't get hot. Because my computer's going to be on in here. I've never seen anyone charge a Tesla before. Oh, he already put it in there? Did you tap it on the side? Damn, that was quick. It doesn't say anything? Oh, you have to do it all through the app.
I just want to make sure it's actually taken.
Oh, you can't see that because my... There you go. Nice. All right. Just got done eating lunch. I don't even know how to read this thing, but there we go. 263 miles now. Not bad. All right, guys, we made it. 2 charging stops, one at the restaurant to eat lunch, and then another one at a grocery store, HEB, and we went and got drinks. It didn't add any time to our trip because we were gonna have to do those things anyways, but it was a total of $46 worth of charge time. and it was a nice, comfortable ride. So we're at the hotel now. We're gonna check in, drop our stuff off, and then head out to the track. All right, guys, we made it to the track. I would have started recording earlier, but guys, it was like super hot when we got here. Had to be 104. Like, I couldn't be out in the sun longer than like 30 seconds before I was like, oh my God, I need to get some air and some water. But it's getting a little darker now, so it's starting to cool down. And man, this place is pretty freaking cool. All right, so I'll do the full tour tomorrow, but we are pitted right here. We got the whole MSM Vlog compound going on. Barry's CYBERTRUCK. We have pitting in the middle. We got pitting on that backside. We're gonna go check out the track now. Hopefully I don't get hit by a car. Whew, it's a little dusty, Here's the driver stand. There's Cooper up there. And then here is the track. Oh man, I gotta show you a really cool feature of this track, and you'll be able to see it better when I'm up on the stand, but there's something about this track that is different. All right, ooh, look at, see all that dust? That's a lot of dust. That car is not smoking, that's dust. Anyways, going up to the driver's stand here. Oh look, we got all my buddies up here. We got Dylan, we got Barry, we got Brent Jackson, Mr. RC Body Armor. We got Koopaloop. There they are out here. That's not any of those guys. There's Coop. There's Brent. Here's Barry. Let's follow Barry's car since he's got a nice neon yellow car. All right, so here's the cool part. Look, there's an option lane, so you can go either inside or outside. I also think it's better to go on that outside line because it's hard to do a hairpin than a wider turn on that. And then you got a wide turn over there anyways. I might be wrong. I haven't driven the track yet, but batteries are charged. I'm just waiting for the track to dry up just a little bit more before I put my car out there. But looks pretty fun, guys. I'm stoked. Look at that cool slash, guys. It's painted like Lightning McQueen. It even says Ka-chow on the side. That is so sick. All right, guys, I'm gonna run a couple of battery packs and then we're gonna mail it in. I'd rather be well rested for tomorrow because I think, depending on the program, we might run qualifiers and mains all in one day. That could be a very long day, so I need to get some rest. And I want to have a good dinner tonight. So, a couple batteries should be good. I'll get some footage of me driving on the track tomorrow.
540.5 left. Garrett Martin done. Vader done. Brent Jackson done. Wade Moore done. Mark Marie done.
Whew, that was a fun race, guys. All right, so let's talk about the track first. The track was awesome. It was basically the epitome of what got me into off-road. It's really what off-road's all about. It's a grassroots track that's backyard style, obviously not in someone's backyard, but it's backyard style, meaning it wasn't super fancy, but it had everything that you wanted in an RC track, including it blew out. I know that sounds weird. As I start racing more and more off-road, we're starting to see more tracks that have surfaces that are super smooth and don't really blow out. This track blew out, which I loved. What that means is on practice day, you ran a completely different line than on race day. It added a level of skill that really only experienced drivers can handle, which is good for me because I'm not super fast anymore, but what I do have is a lot of experience racing. The feel in the community of this area is awesome. The track actually isn't owned by a single person, it's owned by a club, and those guys put a lot of hard work in making that track the way it is now. I did get to drive on the oval track, which is really awesome. It was like a banked oval track. I drove a Traxxas modified, and the Traxxas modified I drove actually didn't have any like crazy hop-ups or anything like that. It actually didn't have anything. It was box stock, and all he did was change the preload, and he changed it in a way that isn't conventional. I thought it was really weird, but the car hooked up. Big shout out to Josh Allen for letting me drive his car. So much fun. I'm glad I got to drive on the oval track before I left. I definitely want to come back and do some oval. In regards to my race, I actually did pretty well. I ended up getting second in over 40 And then fourth, an open ebuggy. The new NB48 2.2, freaking amazing. I didn't change any setup. Like a lot of guys are working on their setup to try to handle a low mirror, rough, blown out track. I didn't do anything and it was freaking perfect. Another thing I can approve is Loctite 243. I checked all my screws all weekend, and since I built it, nothing really backed out. Maybe there was one or two that were not loose, but I could kind of still screw in a little bit. I re-Loctited those, and when I say one or two, it's seriously like one or two. It wasn't like a whole bunch of them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I used it in the build video. I'll put a link in the description where you can pick it up. It is a little pricey, but I definitely think it's worth it. There was one thing that happened that sucked though. I did something that I really can't believe I did. I plugged a battery in the wrong way. I'm blaming it on it was hot and I just wasn't thinking. I just plugged my batteries in, but I plugged it all the way in, so it completely popped the battery. When I say pop the battery, one of the cells is completely gone. It got really hot. It started shorting out, like you could hear it shorting out. Luckily, it didn't do anything to my ebuggy because it happened relatively early in the race program, and I finished it out and I still did really well in my main. So it didn't hurt anything other than the battery, but I did pop a 4-cell battery. Other than that, my entire program worked out really well. Super pleased with this weekend. It was a little hot, but we ended up shortening the program where we only ran 2 qualifiers instead of 3, which allowed us to get out of there in one day, which was really, really nice. We didn't have to go 2 days in a row. Actually, it would have been 3 days in a row in the crazy triple-digit heat. But I can imagine if the weather's beautiful, that track, that location, freaking awesome. I'll put a link to their Facebook page in the description below. Go check them out if you're in this area, San Angelo, Texas. It's a lot of fun. Lastly, in regards to the CYBERTRUCK, to be honest, guys, a lot of people aren't really super receptive of the EV cars. However, we really weren't out of pocket anytime. The only thing that kind of sucks is you're limited to where you can stop. Basically, we can only stop at this gas station and this grocery store. But in regards to time, we were never sitting in the car charging, nothing like that. It was like we went and ate and it charged. We went and grabbed waters and it charged. We are going to have to go somewhere and charge this morning, but we're going to go have breakfast because of breakfast in this hotel. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I would highly consider getting a CYBERTRUCK if they had charge stations in a lot of places. I think that's the only caveat. I think as the technology grows, and it's obviously growing like crazy, and there's charge stations like gas stations everywhere, it's pretty freaking cool. Well, it's still early. I'm gonna head home. We're about 5 hours away from home. Hopefully I can get home in enough time to play with some bashers, because I have one sitting in my garage that I really, really want to open.